18 in a row, boys. 18 games in a row.
It's cool to think about not having lost a game in over a year. It's cool to think about
13 months. Do you even remember the last loss, Ira? I have a
October
hard
of
time.
2022, buddy.
What is it? Clemson? Was that the last? Was
that
the last
third
loss?
of the three straight?
Yeah.
Was it?
No.
If you take away that
it was
three-game,
Wake, then NC State, then Clemson.
if you take away that 3-game losing streak, they've won 22 in a row.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Can you go back a little further and take away the 7 losses?
Yeah.
You take away the 9 losses?
Yeah, the 3 and 6. I mean, so I watched, somehow it popped up on my algorithm, the YouTube feed, our Warchant rap from Willie's last game, the Miami game.
That was a toughie.
I didn't remember anything about it. It was 27-10 was the final. 62,000 people in the stands.
Yes.
We made mention of that. Hornibrook was the starter, got sacked 9 times.
Boy, we really don't pay proper tribute to the Hornibrook era.
I'm pretty sure I was of the opinion they would not fire him.
You did say, I don't think it'll.
It.
We thought we were absolutely having the conversation, but we're like, are they going to do it now? They probably won't do it now, but they got to go win at Boston just to get bowl eligible. And they fired him the next day.
What's funny is,
that wasn't.
What's funny is we had just done the wrap, and I went back up to the press box, and I got a text from a friend of ours, somebody that watches the show, who said he saw a conversation between the president, maybe general counsel, and 1 or 2 other people, and so that was it was like a very serious conversation.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh,
we
just said on the thing that they're probably not going to fire.
That
him.
ended up being, we had to live through 2020 and we had to live through the first month of 2021, but that set up this resurgence. That moment, that game, set up where we are now. Because obviously this wouldn't be happening with Willie Taggart and Mike Norvell is. I don't think so. I mean, I guess I shouldn't go out and say that with certainty. But man, Mike Norvell has been. It's like I talked about early in the year. We've almost we've flown past it. Like we don't talk about it enough. What he's done is incredible. What this program has become is incredible because where it was just 2 years ago.
All right. So does he win Coach of the Year?
Oh no, they'll give it to Elko. Elko won 7 games.
Jeff Brom's
they would give it to Brom over Mike as the only other candidate. And I don't know that that's the right answer, but I'm saying that's the only other candidate. Yeah. There is no other coach in the conference that they can give it to. It's either Brom or it is Mike Norvell.
What do y'all vote on that?
And I mentioned in the column last Sunday, and I mentioned in the column the last. I don't know. Did I bring it up to you? The last FSU coach to win Coach of the Year in the ACC
was Bowden.
97. They've won 9 ACC titles.
I was thinking, what's special about
there
the 97
must not have been
season?
Duke must not have done anything that year.
Nobody else.
Or Wake Forest must not have done anything.
North Carolina was like top 5 in the country that year. You would have thought Mac Brown would have won it. It's crazy. And then 98, 99, they go undefeated and he didn't win it. Or 99, they go undefeated and didn't win it.
No. Who did win it the last 2 years in the SEC, though, was Kirby Smart. Somehow he wins Coach of the Year.
They rewarded his greatness.
And the year before that, Saban won it. The year before that, what's his name, won it at LSU.
Yeah,
when he had an NFL roster.
When you have these great undefeated seasons,
for whatever reason,
the writers there reward it.
In the ACC media only values teams that do more with less. That's the only way you can win that award. And it's also in basketball. And Corey and I used to write about this back when Jimbo wouldn't get it. Yeah. And to be fair, Krzyzewski rarely won it.
Yeah.
Roy Williams rarely won it. It's just what this conference does.
Well, Jeff thinks Roy Williams should have been fired.
Oh, roll it out there,
Roy.
Oh, roll it out there. Those last 6 years, buddy. Yeah, I would. I think Mike's going to win it.
Wow.
I think Mike's going to win it. I think it's hard to argue against Mike winning it.
Yeah. And
I mean, if you think of where this program was 2 years ago.
That's exactly right. And this isn't the Florida State of 2000 or 99.
And Jeff Brom inherited a pretty good team. Like they were not – Louisville had been pretty good. They were
bullish.
8-4, 8-5, something like that. It wasn't a reclamation project, and you were able to bring in 30 transfers or whatever he brought in.
And I predict at some point Brom will win it. I think he's a very good coach, very good coach, and he'll win it at some point there. But it's not the year. I think that Mike Norvell will win it this year. We recognized going into the ACC meetings that Florida State was going to be good. And we talked about how they had added key pieces. I had seen Keon Coleman play and was very excited about what he could be. And we kind of just looked at this roster and thought they're going to have a really good season. But it's interesting to me because a lot of the rest of the ACC media, I'm not saying all, but a lot of them did not see the justification for the high hopes of Florida State fans. In fact, they all pointed to the 3 losses. That's right.
Those were your 3 best teams you played, and you lost all 3.
And then the last 2 games you won, but your defense looked horrible.
Right. And so all of them came back. They were very suspect of these high expectations. They were resentful in some cases of the high expectations. And So it was kind of fun because I remember at the time being bullish that they were going to have a good season. Our preseason predictions, I went 11-1, missed it. They went 12-0, but we all thought they'd have a good season.
I think I said 11-1 too.
So
with the loss at Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I
nailed that one.
That's what I'm saying,
It was close.
guys.
It was
The
close.
August predictions.
I knew they were
going
to have only 3 receivers available,
Right.
so I thought there was a chance.
No, but I'm saying Pittsburgh's always tough. They're
Yeah.
always good, and then
then
the
they
year they're
weren't.
not.
Yeah,
Like
this
it's
year's
just
terrible,
we
yeah.
never know what these seasons are going to turn out like.
I had us losing to Clemson. Almost happened. Glad I was wrong.
Yeah.
Anyhow, the point would be, though, that I thought they'd be really good. A lot of us did, and a lot of the ACC media didn't. That has to work in Mike's favor, right? I mean,
you would like to think,
man, or will they resent
it changes? And it wasn't just the ACC media. I remember listening to a national podcast, the one with Wetzel and Dellinger and the Louisville guy.
It's fine.
What's the guy from Louisville? 40.
Yeah, okay.
And
that.
they were all ripping FSU at the time when Peter Collins made his comments and Michael Alford made his comments.
They were scoffing.
And they were like, when's the last time FSU even won anything? They never even win the ACC. And it's like, well, dude, do you see what's going to happen this season?
Yeah.
They're about to win the ACC.
Yeah. And I would argue too, well, we don't have to argue. They went undefeated. They haven't been healthy in 6 weeks. It's ridiculous. Right. The barrage of injuries on one side of the ball is insane.
What's awesome about it, though, I was talking to Aslan about it on Wake Up, is like, man, the defense is the reason they're undefeated. Like, the defense is the one that has played – like, the offense has been good. Of course, it had high expectations. It met them for the most part. But the defense has exceeded expectations and been one of the best units in the country. That's been awesome to watch. They are a good defense.
Yeah, and it's exciting. Hopefully they'll be really, really good again this Saturday.